Hey, good morning. It looked like it had to reconnect here. I'm not sure what happened with the technology, but I am certainly grateful for the technology. It is 60 Seconds to Serenity with me, Gregg Hammond, on Sunday, November 12th. And I'm hopping on here before 7 a.m. It's usually between 6 and 7 to do the 60 Seconds to Serenity. It's a personal tool building to help you develop and maintain the tool. Tools, the tool of connecting your breath and your breathing to these calmness of mind and serenity tools that I've been teaching every morning for the last couple of weeks. I've been getting on here and I'm doing this series. I will do this through November, and I'll do it through December. And I will, morning Stephanie, I will do this all the way through into January. My goal is to give a gift, to share some of the most amazing tools that I've used to shift my life from very difficult circumstances, and to understand how to get out of my own way, and understand that how important it was for me to use tools to make that happen, to make all of it happen. I used to look to outside sources, and when I acknowledged what I had been learning, that I needed to take 100% responsibility for everything. Once I started to do that and really I started to apply these tools, I had an amazing shift, and I have experienced some of the most incredible things. And lots of times people say that's just they're amazed at what I've been experiencing, what I've been accomplishing, and I want to share how that works, to give back. Part of it is to keep smiling, and I have this Keep Smiling card, which I'm happy to get a Keep Smiling card to you if you would like a Keep Smiling card. I'm part of the Keep Smiling movement started by a man named Barry Shore. His story is very powerful. What he has done to move himself through very difficult situation, and how this Keep Smiling movement got started. You may have seen these cards somewhere. My friend Ken Rashawn is the co-author with me of the book Keep Smiling. We're actually going to do 4 different editions of the Keep Smiling. One will be for musicians, one is for Washington, D.C., one is for D.C., Baltimore. Those are coming out before Thanksgiving. Actually, I should have some books in my hand, but we'll do an official launch on Amazon. I'm also offering the Global Jam for Peace magnet for your refrigerator or any place that you'd like to put a magnet. Just has that soft magnetic backing on it. And then I also, stickers. I'm offering these if you're willing to help me out with postage. That is greatly appreciated. I am very grateful that I have these to send, and part of today's whole 60 Seconds to Serenity is talking about the power of the gratitude. Somebody asked me to share, they said, could you share from your list of gratitude? And I've talked about the gratitude list and how powerful it is. For 60 Seconds to Serenity, tying in the breathing, and with the breathing and the breath, we're doing nice and gentle breath in and breath out, just like a wave on a beach, and a nice sandy beach down in the Caribbean and the islands, where the water comes in slowly and then it goes back out, and you have this really nice ebb and flow of the waves coming in. And so you're thinking about your breath being the same kind of soft and gentle movement like that, in and out. And sometimes it's nice to mimic and hear those waves in your breath. If you hear breathing in through your nose is very effective, and then out through your mouth. So the idea is that with the practice of intentionally focusing on your breath, because you're breathing all the time, It's something that you are well practiced at, the in and out, the basic. We're taking this to another level. And just that itself, taking something that you do all the time to a new level, is extremely powerful. And that's part of the 60 Seconds to Serenity and the tools. And so somebody asked me, please share some of your gratitude things, from the journal that I write down. I have the 10 things, and I posted links. You can print this out if you want. This particular organized list that has with an open heart, and it says I am grateful for at the top right here. Oh, you know what? I didn't switch the camera. Hang on a second. I can actually, I think, yes, I can. That was one thing that I forgot. There it is. There it is. I am grateful for, and then with an open heart. And it's the list. You can write in 10 things. And somebody asked me to share mine. So I'm going to do that here in a second. But the power of gratitude, being grateful for things and starting off your day with some breathing and using those things that you're grateful for to list those, and then finding particular ones that are very easy for you to zero right in on and tie it in with the breath. And the idea is that 60 Seconds to Serenity is providing that this tool that you have is the tool that you use to start off your day, to exercise it throughout the day, and then also when you encounter a situation where it's maybe stressful or frustrating, waiting in a line somewhere, or traffic that isn't moving, somebody that cuts you off in traffic that isn't moving, that particular type of thing. You want to be able to switch over and control the situation so that you're responding. And the first response should be to use the 60 Seconds to Serenity tool of your breath, tying in with gratitude. So I'm going to go through my gratitude list here. I've written down several things, and I did it with my non-dominant hand, which means for me the left hand. I used my left hand to print this out this morning. And that's another tool. That's a tool to help you understand what it feels like to begin something new. You're going to want to drop that or switch the pen over into your dominant hand and write. The idea of the exercise that we've been doing, where you're writing out in your journal, you're writing out your name, the day, then the month, the number of the day, the year, and the time. The reason to note these out have to do with some of the wilderness survival training, the search and rescue. It was wilderness survival, but it was actually it was for search and rescue was the purpose. And so marking down details like this every time that you have a journal entry is super important. You want to be able to jot that down. But we're doing it with a non-dominant hand to practice pushing yourself into a new habit and creating what that feels like. It's uncomfortable, but it's not painful if you just go at it. You can have that finished fairly quickly. So on my list, of my gratitude list, I'm just going to do that for today. I'm going to talk about this gratitude list and how it's listed out. So number one was video technology. I'm very grateful for the video technology that's available now, where I can hop on here and broadcast out and share important tools and lessons on life. And then also for my guitar lessons, I can do that. Video technology, I can teach somebody anywhere on the globe. I have students who are all over the globe in other countries and other states, and even the students who live here in Washington, D.C., who on a snowy day just want to stay home. They go from work right home, get on. I love video technology. So as I write down video technology on my gratitude sheet here, the thing that I'm doing as I write that down, I think about all those things. I just named all those aspects of why video technology is on my list. The next thing is the United States Post Office. my second thing on my list, on my gratitude list, in the United States Post Office. Why? Because I can take anything that I want and send it to somebody. So if you want one of the stickers, or if you want a magnet, or if you want a keep smiling card, right? Or if somebody likes delicious cookies, which I love to bake, and these are sparkly cookies, but I can send these to my friends, and I can send books, and I can send things, letters, cards, gifts. It's so convenient for me to go over to the post office. And the post office is a place where there's lines, right? And I'm grateful for the people who work in the lines and deal with people who come in. They did not plan out a scheduled, time to get into the post office. They're trying to jam it into the middle of the day, and they go in prepared. This is part of the lesson of the gratitude. They go in with sort of the opposite. They go in with memories of the last time that it was a long line in there, and they get frustrated, and they're prepared in their mind on how they're going to react and respond to the long line and the clerks moving slowly, or moving at the pace that seems super slow. I go in prepared, always saying the line always moves fast for me. The line always moves fast for me. There's never anybody in line. These are affirmations that I say to myself as I'm on the way. But a superpower that I use, that anybody can use, is to prepare a gift, and that is what I do with the cookies. I bake cookies and I take them in to the clerks in the post office, and I give them cookies every few visits. And when they see me, they start smiling, right? They start to smile. They're like, "Oh, hi, Gregg," and my service is always good. The energy shifts when I come in there, and it's all with the magic power of a gift, and the power of the cookie, which is number 3, the power of the cookie. I prepare cookies and take them to the dry cleaners. I take them to the post office. I take them, the power of the cookie, I take them to people that work at the grocery store. I take them everywhere that I go and share some cookies. And it's a small thing. People really appreciate it. That's the power of giving. It's my gratitude in advance for having fantastic service when I go somewhere. The other day I went to the bank, and I went in, and there were people waiting. I said, "Oh, I know this is I'm asking to do some stuff fast, but I want to be able to close some accounts and check other ones and do all this fast." And they said, "Well, somebody's in front of you." And I just stood there in complete gratitude for them helping me. And they said, "You know what, actually, we can get you in right now. Let's do that quickly." And they did. And I went back 2 days later, and I brought a powerful magic power, the magic power of the cookies. I brought a box of cookies to them, and I gave them, I called, there was a long line that day, and I called over the manager and said, "Hey," and she said, "Oh, you have a problem with the machine?" And I said, No, actually, we wanted to say thank you. The service was so fantastic yesterday, or the other day, when you helped me, and I baked some cookies just to say thank you, and this is my favorite branch, and the line always moves fast, and I just love coming in here. Thank you so much." And some of that I was empowering as exactly what I want all the time, but some of it was with experience that I had, and I was giving a gift and sharing that, right? And there was a long line, and there were people in the line who were starting to complain and say, "How many people do you have working here?" And they were saying the things that people say in lines like that. And then a different manager came over to me and said, he was going through the line and saying, "What could I help you with? What could I help you with? What do you need?" And he was trying to help people, if he could, to pull them out of the line instead of when they needed to see the teller. And I said, well, here's what I need. I just need some 1s and 5s, because that's what I use to tip everybody that I can when good morning, Michelle. I see Michelle's on. I get 1s and 5s from the bank every now and then, so that I can tip my garbage collector, the postal delivery person. I have several that come through here, but one specifically who's always carrying lots of stuff to deliver to me. So the manager at the bank said, "Oh, just give it to me." And he went back through the door and got that, which brought me in front of 7 people that I would have been standing there waiting. And I didn't mind waiting. I had prepared a little extra time so that I could wait if I needed to. But I don't think he saw the cookies. This is just another manager. It's just the way that it actually works. And the more that you exercise this, the more that it happens. So that we got through. I'm going through my gratitude list. If you've just hopped on, I'm talking about what things I'm grateful for. Somebody asked me to share my list and talk about it. And so that's what I'm doing today. But I'm going to have to hop off of here because I'm going to do my morning reading. So video technology, the United States Postal Service, the power of the cookie, which I was talking about, wise authors. I have so many books. And I read them over and over and over and over, because every time I read, I get more knowledge. And one of my teachers, Tom Brown Jr., had said, you read my book a second time, you're gonna notice something different. It's gonna read differently. And he's one of those teachers who, when he says something, he is teaching many different levels of what it is, the power of what he's teaching. And so I read over and over and over, and I get things on audiobook, and I listen to the book, and then I find the stuff that I like in there. This poem I read the other day, if you go back through some of my 60 Seconds to Serenity videos in the morning, you'll see I read this, The Thoughts Are Things by Henry Van Dyke. That was very powerful. But I'm going through my list right now of gratitude. So I think about the wise authors. So each one of these things on my list, I'm only on number 4 now, and I've been talking about them for a bit because I'm thinking all the way through of why I'm grateful. It's not just that I write down grateful for, breakfast. I'm thinking about all the different breakfast things, and breakfast is not on here today. Glass, windows, and the sand lesson. So I'm thinking about glass. You can see there's windows behind me. I can watch the beginning of the day through the windows here in the guitar castle. I can go up to another floor and watch from another window there. I can go up to another floor and watch from up a window there. It's 3 different views of the sunrise coming up, and I can go to the other side of the guitar castle and I can watch the sunset going down. So, but sunrise, I'm just talking about the beginning of the day. Oh, I didn't even get there. That sunrise is on here, but the glass, I'm grateful for glass. It's just prevents the wind, the heat, the cold from coming through. And I can view so much. I can watch birds, I can watch the trees, I can watch the sunrise and sunset from 2 different sides of the guitar castle. I can watch out and see all over the immediate area from different sides and different windows, right? So the lesson of the window is that all that I'm grateful for, right? The glass can also contain and hold something like water or a drink. You can make plates, you can make all kinds of things out of glass. The lesson there, that's all gratitude. And then there's a lesson of the sand. The sand was just sand, and we have learned how to change that sand from one form into another. And that is one of the big secrets, that you can do that with so many different things. And your thoughts are your power to shift things, the way you perceive things. So that was number 5, glass, windows, and sand. Harvest the Good. Now that's by the Reverend Michael Beckwith, and many people say it, but harvest the good. And I harvest the good in the situations, that as opposed to the opposite of that. So number 7 was the power of playing an instrument. For me, I play guitar, and I play the bass guitar. I play the 12-string guitar, I play the electric guitar, the acoustic guitar, I play the ukulele, I play the mandolin, I play the piano, I can play the organ. I can play a flute. do a little bit of drumming. I do hand drumming a lot. I can do ha ha ha. I can do the chimes, and I love chimes, and I love things that are able to make chimes, and so that actually leads into another part of it. Like I'm giving thanks for the power of playing an instrument. I'm grateful. The repetition has taught me how to be of the mindset of the repetition. I'm not going to get it the first time on anything, and no matter what it is, whether it's riding a bike, whether it's baking cookies, whether it's playing chimes, whether it's playing a guitar, whether it's singing, whether it's writing, no matter what it is, if I keep repeating it, I'm going to get better and better and better and better. And so that's the power of playing an instrument. The music, I love being able to make music, but it's taught me the repetition, and it's easy access, and other people enjoy it. It also, there's a therapeutic value of pushing down on guitar strings with your fingertips. I talk about that in some of my guitar lesson stuff that I do. So the power of playing an instrument. Wow. I can replicate songs that other people have written and played that I like. There's so much in that power of playing an instrument. So as I'm going through, it's gratitude, right? And then I'm extremely grateful for the book Iron John by Robert Bly. That book ties right into a huge community issue of the initiation. And the initiation, that book is talking about the initiation of boys to men, being so that they understand what their role is and how important it is and why they should be. It talks about where the problems exist and how to correct them. And it's amazing. I read it back before the turn of the century, in the late 1900s, 1999. And then in the early 2000s, and I'm grateful to my teacher Ed, who passed that on to me and reminded me that Iron John was out there. And it was a lot of for me, it was difficult to read because there was a lot of that was pointing out in myself that I was having trouble working through. Now, all these years later, I'm like through and working on more and rereading and saying, wow, how powerful. And it is something that is lending to my ability to teach. So the sunrise was another one that was on there, and we were talking about sunrise. That's the beginning of the day, and if you take time to watch a sunrise, it'll shift your day, and it'll shift your life. If you just take time for 15 minutes to time it, it's going to change every day. And if you can catch that and adjust your schedule, because you have the power, adjust your schedule and give gratitude for the ability, my life is just worked out. Don't think about any of the reasons why it wouldn't work, but just say it works out that I can watch the sunrise every morning and it does not interfere with my schedule. And I'm so grateful for that. And then watch the sunrise. And then the last thing was a comfortable bed to sleep in, because sleep is so important, and having a comfortable place to sleep really makes a difference. And so I've invested the time and the money into making sure that is what I experience, is an amazing, comfortable bed. And I provide that here for any of my guests that come. Get a extremely comfortable bed, and anyone who's had the opportunity to stay at the Guitar Castle and have a night's sleep that's one of those things when they wake up, they're like, that's the most comfortable bed I've ever slept in. And some time and care and effort and thought have gone into that. So a comfortable bed for me and a comfortable bed for guests, comfortable night's sleep means that I get up and then I'm more effective during the day, and that my guests are more effective in their day. And so that the power of a comfortable bed is on my gratitude list. So there's the 10 things that I'm grateful for. And there's an explanation of why. And that's what you do as you write down your gratitude list. And as I'm doing it, I write it with my non-dominant hand. And you can see, not bad. Pretty good, I mean. And so, and there's the other thing, when somebody says, how's your day? You don't want to say not bad. You don't even want to use that, not bad. you want to say it's very good. So look at that writing. It's very good. Non-dominant hand. But that's the extent of what the gratitude list is. And then for the non-dominant hand, I do paragraphs. And this is from when I was doing, I did a 90-day exercise where I wrote it down. So this is from Monday, December 26th of 2016. It was day number 71. I wrote that here. So you could see, so I could see, I can go back and look and say, oh, day 71. This is where my handwriting was, and see the improvement. Looking back to the beginning, it was very, very sloppy and big. Anyway, I am going to have to hop off of here because I need to do my reading. I get on the phone with my sister, and we read through different things that we're working on. And I'm reading the chapter. I'm reading this chapter, Yourself. It's by Thomas Trollard. It's out of The Hidden Power. And that's one of his books. It's just diamond. It's a diamond. And another, I'll share more again, is this Complete Reader by Neville Goddard. Holy moly. Anyway, I love you guys. I really appreciate you hopping on in the morning and catching this live. And then I also appreciate when you share this in any group that you want to share it. You know, maybe you know a group that focuses on positive things. If it's appropriate, please share this. Stephanie, I'll see you later. Yep, I'll hopefully see you on here tomorrow morning. Feel free to share this with any friends, family, groups, anywhere you'd like to. This is my gift to give back and share this in the morning to start your day off with 60 seconds to serenity, so that you're using these tools, matching it in with your breath, and see the sparklies. All right, love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early. I don't know if I know how to finish this. That's pretty funny. The Facebook is not letting me get over to the back to the screen to oh, there it is. All right, now now I can see all these comments. It was hidden before. All right, see you guys tomorrow.